Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jamie Williams, and welcome back to another video. And this is a special one because I'm going to be playing Mario Kart 7 for you. And probably for about like half of the video or so, I will be talking about some Nintendo stuff since it has been all over my YouTube feed for the past half of the week. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about it for a little bit and just see how it goes. And one thing I would like to or at least mention rather, before I continue on with this video, yeah, the footage you see for you is like done beforehand, as I do with most, if not most, of my videos. But the main thing is that my triggers are broken on my DS, and I have not gotten them fixed, nor have I shipped them to be fixed. And a little bit about it is that I've had this DS for like maybe over 5 years, I think. I'm not entirely sure because I don't remember. And the triggers, I believe, started to become irresponsive, starting with the right trigger. I believe it was like a year ago, as like, well, it might have been like months before that, before I was a freshman. And then for some reason both triggers stopped working over the summer, therefore we have that. So yeah, most of the time I won't be drifting as I should be in a game like this. But anyways, that's not the main focus. The main focus is about things I've seen on Nintendo and all that. I'm gonna try to do my best to keep it down because time of doing this voiceover is about 9 p.m. and I'm not sure if you can actually hear my voice from this, which again, I apologize. I just can't speak as loud as I did with other videos. So, on with the show. The Nintendo Switch 2. To be fairly honest, I'm personally excited about it because it's, well, something new, and two, it started with, let me do it like this. So it all started with like a friend of mine. So typically what I do during like school is that I would go to my classroom. I would go straight to my classroom for lunch because we were allowed to do that. And me and some friends of mine were like at a table, or at least a few counters or something like that. We were just talking on that, and my other friend mentions about the new Tomodachi Life. Like, what the heck, man? And he shows me the trailer, and it's like, bruh. I'm not gonna lie, that is one of the many excited things that made me just happy, or one of the many things that made me happy that day. Tomodachi Life. A new Tomodachi Life. On the Switch 2. Oh my lord. That is an amazing thing, to be fairly honest with you, because I've thought of the Tomodachi Life for that, for like the Switch or something like that, or something along the lines of where we have all these old Wii games, 2DS, 3DS games put on like the Switch or something, so that we can actually play games we love, such as like New Soup 2, as well as Mario Wii Party or something like that, using those as examples on the Switch, which is obviously pretty cool and all that. So, but besides the point, a new Tomodachi Life? Okay, that just makes my heart happy. That just makes my heart happy. And for the record, this is completely unnecessary, but I have one of the copies of, well, I have a copy of Tomodachi Life, the very first one rather. I've had that since maybe 2021. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it was when I was like maybe 13 or 14 or so. I'm not entirely sure because I've had the studios for so long, and sometimes I forget about which which dates I got these cartridges. Now, I don't buy all of the cartridges anymore since I got this DS modded, thankfully, and all that. But I'm really stoked about Tomodachi Life, or the new Tomodachi Life. I'm not entirely sure what the title is. From what I know, it is Tomodachi Life. It's probably just because I forgot about the title anyways, but I'm really excited about it. I'm just saying, I'm excited about it. So, yeah, that's the first bit. Second bit is about what I've seen. I've only seen like a handful of videos about Switch 2, the good things about it, the bad things about it, mainly the pricing that stands out the most. Excuse me. The pricing of the game. Well, not only the game, because that's the next thing I was going to mention. It was the Nintendo Switch 2 itself. It is, upon research, $500. To be honest, if I was really excited for something like that, I would do anything within my power to buy it as soon as physically possible. But, granted, I'm not in a position to do that, though it comes out in like June or something like that. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get it once it comes out because I'm a broke man. But anyways, that's not really irrelevant of this case. That was the first concern, which followed with, well, mainly the hot topic and the controversy, I think that centered around it, was the price tag, which does include Mario Kart World, which, to be honest, is quite appealing. And first, it looks like they went for like a new, I want to call it an animation style, but or something, I'm not entirely sure. But besides the point, it looks new, it looks cool, and I'm just wondering, the amount of characters in the whatchamacallit, because like we got the dolphin from like one of them, I'm not sure what it's called, and they're literally taking every single character. I've seen a meme about it where basically they're pretty much just taking everything and everybody in there. For example, the penguin from like it was one of the Mario Kart tracks, but the only one I can physically remember is that penguin minigame from Mario Party. I think it might have been like new Super Mario Party or something, or one of the Mario Parties. I don't think it was Jamboree though. It was like the one before that, but I don't remember. They're including characters like that, which is interesting, but I think there could have been like other characters that probably would have worked. I couldn't list a few, and granted, as I'm saying this right now, I feel like I wouldn't be in the best position to protest of adding way too many characters, as well as adding said characters that for some reason does not make... we have a few of the villains, like the penguin. For some reason, it makes sense to me because of the thing, but that's a totally another topic. The only thing I could say about it, it's good from a standpoint and all that, or an aesthetic standpoint. But overall, I guess I'm pretty stoked about it. So there's that. The next thing, I think that's kind of all I wanted to talk about, because that's literally what I've been putting up upon my feed for like the last half of last week. And I don't think I've gotten into detail about the Switch 2, other than the price tag, including Mario Kart World. To be honest, I'm pretty stoked for like the both of them, to be fairly honest. And I've heard that Nintendo wasn't going to drop their prices. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked into that, but it'd be very scary if they actually stuck to their price of $500 for the Switch console and literally $100 for the game itself. And now I'm concerned of if Mario Kart World is literally $80, would other Switch games, to be specific, the new Tomodachi Life game, be the exact same price as it? Who knows? Cross your fingers. So that's kind of all I wanted to talk about in terms of Mario and all that, with Mario Kart World, please excuse me, as well as Switch 2 and all that. To be honest, as I probably have restated multiple times, making this a third, I am personally looking forward to the Switch 2, and I like the looks of it. I'm very impressed by everything about it, from, well, 1, its display, 2, its functionality, 3, its power, because apparently it can hold more storage, which is impressive, which is very impressive, and I'm not sure about the battery life though, but anyways, I'm just really stoked about it, I guess. And if it doesn't sound that way to you guys as I'm talking right now, again, I apologize, but with that out the way, let's talk about a few other things. Number 1 is about I really wish I had something to talk about. Oh yeah. I was gonna make a playlist of like other artists of like various genres, and I looked up one about a song called Rat Race by Skindred, and it's like the day after, or it was like the morning before I went to school. It was like a Tuesday. I got to school. I wanted to. It's really bad for me, the fact that I have been wasting the majority of my money on music. No, I am legit being serious. Some of the music that I have been personally spending on is literally about music and all that. Because sometimes I might stumble upon like a YouTube video or something like that, or just like find something along those lines, and that one sounds really cool or something along those lines, and like I immediately buy that. And the reason why I usually buy my music is because I don't want to pay monthly for a subscription. And with YouTube, though it's good because you can listen to music for free, the disadvantages is that I can't carry this everywhere. Since I am listening to music on my tablet, I can't carry it everywhere, A. B, I can't just have it like plugged into something or something along those lines. That's probably not what I'm looking forward to. But overall, I don't want to pay a monthly subscription for it. 2, I need to connect to internet when I listen to stuff on YouTube. And then 3rd, I wish I had a 3rd point, never mind. Anyways, so that's typically why I buy my music. I'm not gonna ramble too much about why I don't pay for, or why I don't have a subscription per se. And this is a simple, hot, quick answer, and it's that I don't have a job. And if you don't have a job, you don't have that much money. If you don't have that much money, you don't have much capabilities to financially support yourself. to pay for a subscription. And I'm pretty sure Apple Music is like $15 a month. I'm not entirely sure. So that's why I usually buy my music. The only benefit to buying my own music is that I can download them so that I can listen to everywhere I want. B, I can pretty much purchase them if I want. The downside is that it obviously costs money. That's the main downside. So, yeah. I guess that was like my rambling about that. I wish I had more to talk. I think I wish I had more to talk about, but I think it was along. Yeah, it was along the lines of listening to like Skindred or something like that. And oh my lord, I'm like so freaking happy. I have been listening to that song through the entire half of the week, and it's like I seriously haven't gotten enough of that singular song. Like, oh my goodness. It's like, I don't know why. I don't know why. It's like, you hear like a really good banger, and you get really hooked onto it for like 4 days straight. Because that is what I've been listening to for like the past few days. It seems here that the credits are about to roll, because if you paid attention a little bit earlier into the video, I have done all 5, well, not all 5, it's all 8 of the courses, and now this is basically the end credits. So at this time, I'm just going to say nothing and let these credits roll. And it does last for like 5 minutes, so I'm just going to fast forward these so that I don't have to waste too much of your precious time. And that's pretty much the entire video in itself. Yeah, I'll probably do videos more like these if I want to rant like about a specific topic. I'll probably either do like Uno like I did before, as well as probably other games or something like that. It might not be specifically towards this. And with the new Tomodachi Life game to be released pretty soon, I also want to do probably some Tomodachi Life content with you guys. So yeah, that's all I have. Have a good night.